Hello, I'm Mark Beck.
And I'm Stephanie Thompson.
And I'm Megan Salois. We're here with Remax Glacier Country, coming to you from Sunset Plaza here in Kalispell, Montana.
And this is Selling Montana, a podcast about business, entrepreneurship, and real estate. And we have a entrepreneur, business owner,
all of the above.
Jennifer Desmul. I got it?
You got it. Good job.
Okay.
She's the owner of Big Mountain.
I'm going to give myself an applause.
As you should.
Oh my gosh. She's the owner of Big Mountain Ciderworks.
One of our favorite places.
See, we didn't do any conversation beforehand because I feel like the conversation's better during. And I'm like, where do I know this lady from? Oh, when I go get a cider. That's where.
Yeah,
I'm like, I couldn't put the face together with the place, but.
Yeah. That's like
Beautiful.
where we live every week. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm a huge fan of your product. I'm a user.
Thank you. And we're seeing it in more and more stores too now.
Yeah, we started production this spring, and we're in kegs in bars and restaurants around the Flathead Valley. We're also in cans in Super One grocery stores, Smith's, Rose Hours. We're up at Marcus Foods and Whitefish.
Bricks Bottling.
Convenience stores around the valley, as well as liquor stores.
Yeah.
And then we just got on the mountain, so Whitefish
Oh.
Mountain.
Awesome.
yes.
That's
Love
huge.
Yeah.
We're
Love
super
it.
Very
excited.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. How are you going to keep up with everything?
I know, geez.
Well, they're picking up a bunch of kegs today, so we're just going to keep the pipeline full.
Yeah. Awesome. Good for you.
I used to drink a lot of beer when I was younger, but kind of gets to me like, doesn't make me feel good anymore. So I think the trend has been like switching to cider, I would say. Like cider is just way more popular and all the gluten-free people and all that. So you definitely seem to have a booming business, I would say.
Well, I always like to say that cider is kind of a nice bridge between wine and beer.
Yeah.
It is gluten-free, which a lot of people do appreciate, and just they feel like it's a little bit lighter than beer.
Totally.
But also, you can get a drier cider that is more wine-like, and then we hop some of our cider, so that can be a little bit more beer.
That's what I normally like, is like the dry, hoppy cider. It's kind of like a beer, but it's not. It's a good mix.
Like drinking chalk. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
To me, I like the lighter,
Right.
sweeter ones.
Yeah, the
The
pineapple
Snow
cider.
Devil. Oh, yeah, the
pineapple.
pineapple
That's my
cider and the Snow
favorite,
Devil are my
yeah.
faves.
Normally I don't like sweet, but the pineapple is good, and the
So
Snow
good.
Devil. Those are too good.
Well,
Two good ones.
you all have good taste, because those are our two most popular,
popular.
in the cidery. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Snow Devil #1. That was actually going to be just a seasonal.
I remember that.
Oh, funny.
And people said, "Oh no, you have to keep it all year long. You can't let it go away." So it's a year round.
I love it.
Yeah.
I was worried when you guys came out with that it was going to be seasonal. Okay, another business venture in the future. It'd be so cool if you guys made candles out of your old and did a Snow Devil candle, because every time I smell it, I'm like, oh, I wish this was a candle.
Well, that's funny you say that, because we do have candles for sale at the cidery.
I didn't know they were for sale.
We just got some out. Not Snow Devil yet. We have
Okay.
Moonglow pear and pineapple candles.
OMG.
In the Big Mountain Ciderworks can. And
OMG. That's so cool. I
didn't even-
saw one on the bar the other day, but I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So how does that work? How do you make it into a candle?
well, you take the soy wax, and then you add an essence to it, and then pour it into the can, and you have to take the
Okay.
lid off and put the wick in. Yeah.
Yeah, how
That's
fun.
so cool. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Snow Devil is in the works.
Awesome. I can't
Candle.
wait.
Very cool.
Yay.
Okay, I got a question for you about production. Like, do you guys have an orchard there? Do you grow all your apples?
We do not source all of our apples
Okay.
from our orchard. I'd say maybe about 25-30% right now. We get apples from other orchards in Montana State and also Washington.
Right. Yeah. I think
Didn't
Washington
you,
for sure.
when you started, did you just source your apples?
Yes, in
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we started just sourcing throughout the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To keep
We
up with
probably-
all that demand.
Yeah, you have so much
That's a
demand,
lot.
you just can't grow it all. Like, you
Yeah.
got to rely on
Right.
others.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a weird question. Are apples like grapes? I know like grape trees, you have to let them grow for 5 years or something like that before you can produce.
Yeah, we actually have semi-dwarf trees, so those start producing a little bit faster. And I think a standard tree takes 7 years to start producing fruit, and a semi-dwarf is 5 years. The nice thing also about a semi-dwarf is they're not as tall. They get to maybe be 6-7 feet. They're easier to prune and pick and just kind of take care of.
Yeah. Okay. Did you choose that tree because of your love of dwarfs?
Well, those are gnomes.
Oh, no, gnomes. Never mind.
Gnome dwarf.
Gnome dwarf. I mean,
I know.
they're
have,
dressed a little cuter.
I have a little gnome problem, but
Yeah, it's cute. There's a different. Have you noticed? There's like a different gnome for every season in
I didn't. I'm just wondering about equal housing here. Gnomes are mythical creatures, and dwarfs is a disability. Like,
I don't think that's the right term anymore.
Oh my gosh!
so probably shouldn't be laughing. But
No, I was thinking of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs,
Yeah.
Mark. You're turning it into a fair
okay.
housing thing, and it was not meant to be.
Sorry, I'm just
Oh my
thinking,
gosh, you're good.
thinking critically.
That's funny.
Okay, yes, the gnomes. I guess I never noticed. I was so focused on getting a cider. I'm like,
They're right by
it's
all
5
the
o'clock.
ciders.
Watch out.
It's 5 o'clock. Watch out, Mark. Oh. We just have to keep him in line.
I
It's
love it.
fine.
We try.
The second mothers.
Okay, sorry.
all good.
I'm gonna look for the gnomes now.
So how did you guys dream? I've seen some articles in the newspaper and stuff about how you guys dreamed this up, but
Yeah.
what made you,
Gosh, I'd have to go back to.
and what did you guys do before? I know your husband, is he still a doctor?
He is.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes, he is still a doctor, but I think he always wanted to be a farmer. He definitely has
Yeah.
farmer roots. In high school, he grew up in Billings. And in high school, he took VOAG, and he was going to take over the family farm, his grandparents' farm in Nebraska. And then his junior year in high school, the farm was sold. It just kind of fell on some hard economic times, and so he had to kind of switch gears and pivot.
Yeah.
And then, he went on to college and on to medical school,
Yeah.
but always had that desire to be a farmer. So when we moved here in 2005, we planted about 50 apple trees in our backyard. We had some acreage and kind of did a little farmette. At one time I had 100 chickens, and I would sell eggs.
Oh my goodness.
Chickens are nasty.
Yeah, that sounds smelly.
But they are they bring me joy. Like if you've ever seen a chicken running towards you, I mean, they're so
Like a dog, but you're
they
chicken.
kind of are, but they're just cute. Yeah.
They're
Dude.
like
Hilarious.
stupidly smart. My brother has 10 chickens, and he talks to them, and like they all have names, and they follow his hand. He's like taught him different tricks.
Yeah.
What kind of
Crazy.
chickens were they? Were they specifically like for layers, or were they?
Layers,
Okay.
only layers.
Okay.
Yeah, never ate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
She couldn't eat her pets, Mark.
They're pets.
My parents, we had to. We got my parents got the chickens that eventually when they get grown up, they're too fat for their legs, and then they can't walk anymore. And then it's like, okay, now it's time to harvest them.
Dinner time.
Oh,
Did you have to go catch them and
Yeah.
yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And my little sister, like they were like her pets, because she's 10. I have a sister who's 10 years younger than me, and I was probably I guess I was like 16 when we were doing this, and you gotta, chop their heads off
Yeah.
and everything. And Tanya's just like crying, just bawling.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the pet that you can't say. They went to live on a farm somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like
no,
watching
no.
it happen.
We like to call it the circle of life.
I know.
Yeah, there
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I digress. The layers are great too. Like they're a lot of fun to have, actually.
Yeah, so we had Rhode Island Reds, Buff Orpingtons. What other? I can't remember what else we had, but I would.
Those the
So
Rhode
you had
Island
your little
Reds,
farm.
they get huge. Those roosters are monsters.
They do.
Yeah.
They get very territorial. They kind of.
They're mean. They are mean.
and they can be mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So do you still live in the same house that you started this little farm in?
We do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Wow.
So we planted these trees, and at first, we would sell the apples. Like I'd sell them on Facebook, and then we started selling the apples to School District 5 for their lunch program.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
But kids will only eat like the most perfect apple. If it has a little
Oh,
bruise
yeah.
on it or a blemish, they don't want to eat it. But so with the other apples we had, we started juicing them and making hard cider and kind of experimenting in our barn. and really, had fun with that. And then we're thinking, gosh, we'd love to start a family business where our boys could come back to the Valley and work, because, it is hard here in the Valley, unless you bring your own job with you, or, it's a little bit more limited. So.
And when was this? Like, when did you start experimenting with?
Well, that started in probably 2005, and then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this has been a long-term project.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. So we started looking for more land. Probably about 2011, and then in 2012 we bought the property that we're at.
Oh, we've had
right
it
now.
for that long, huh?
That was the
That's
perfect
crazy.
time to
No
be looking
kidding.
for some land.
Yeah, literally. Oh man,
Yeah.
good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually it was Ag 80, and we didn't want that many. That's a lot of acreage. So we
Yeah.
were able to get a variance and got 40 acres, and
Oh,
we
wow.
got probably about 7 to 8 acres that are planted with apple trees and pear trees.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had pear trees too. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have probably about 4,000 trees, and this planting the trees. That took us probably about 5-6 years, and that was bare land when we first started.
Yeah.
So we planted the trees. We have trellis. We kind of trellis like grapevines, and we plant them commercially, so they're only like 3 to 4 feet apart, and that's just so it's easier to irrigate and pick. But we also, gosh, what else did we do? We had to put in wells for the irrigation.
Wow.
We put up a 10-foot deer fence all around the property. That was Bud and I and like family members, and that took a while.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but they would be all over that.
Oh yeah. The first year or two, we didn't have a deer fence, and so it was just a deer salad out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was their haven.
They loved it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You watched your hard work go down the drain.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, just the fence took a lot longer than we thought it was going to. So.
Oh gosh.
And we had to put it in ourselves because we wanted to make it 10 feet tall so the deer couldn't jump over. But there was no one in town at the time that could sink. We had to put in, I think there were 15-foot poles. So we had this pole pounder and a tractor. And so that's why we had to do it
Around the
ourselves.
whole property.
Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds like a huge project.
40 acres.
Yeah, actually we did about 30 acres. There's about 10 acres that's not fenced in, but still, that's 30 acres. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you? No, I won't ask that question. I was gonna say, do you want the 10 acres? Would you ever let your kids build houses on there and stuff? Is that why you?
Yeah, no. Well, part of the reason whether we fenced it was just the topography. It started to kind of go uphill, and we were just afraid that
that's why
we might tip over in the tractor trying to get the posts in the ground.
Oh yeah,
so, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking maybe you saved it for your kids, thinking.
Oh no, we'd be open.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful. I love that property out there. It's just the views are gorgeous. Big Mountain Ciderworks is like in our backyard.
Oh yeah,
That's so cool.
Fantastic.
Mountains all around, and
And the
Can't beat
canola
that.
fields in the summer, like when you drive out there.
Pass on those.
Oh, come
allergic.
on.
Oh, you're allergic.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what?
They're beautiful, but I'm sneezing like crazy, and I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, they're blooming.
Oh, gosh.
Also, side note, canola fields get ruined when you walk through them and take pictures and stuff. And so, yeah.
I've never
Whoops.
done it. Yeah.
There was
Mark.
I know my uncle's a farmer in
I
Creston.
remember
and-
something from this summer.
Yeah. Well, the Brazilian girl, Karen, she was like,
Yeah.
let's go. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
so you had a photo shoot in the canola field.
No, I didn't. My uncle educates me. He's like, if you have friends that do that, tell them that that's someone else's property and it ruins the field. It makes them not grow.
I've been informed. I'll never do that again.
Unless I have another cute girlfriend that wants. I'm just kidding. Anyways, back to apples. Sorry about it.
Oh no, it's all good.
So you thought of it back in you started in 2012, starting to plant trees.
The trees. And at first we thought, okay, we're just going to make cider.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to produce it. And then we started talking to people. They're like, well, you have to have a tasting room because you have to have people come try it so they know, get some brand recognition. We're like, okay, well, we'll do a tasting room. And then it kind of evolved into, well, if you're going to have cider, I mean, you can have food because you have one or two ciders, you start to get a little maybe a little tipsy and hungry and you want something to eat. So
They're like 6-7%. So
so then that evolved into the restaurant. So it
that's awesome.
it kind of became a
So
a big
good.
project. And we started the building in January of 2018.
Oh, wow.
And it took us about 2 years to get all of the building completed, get all of the inspections done. So we opened in October of 2020, which was kind of the
Oh, I bet that was
Yeah.
brutal.
I know.
it was
Toughest time to open a restaurant.
It
Yeah.
really was, but at that point, it was go time. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's time to like do this, and that was probably the most terrifying time because it's like, oh my gosh, I really have to do this now. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
I'm just talking about it. Like I really have to.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
And then it's like, oh
Now
my
or
gosh,
never.
Is anyone going to show up? You know, will
Yeah.
anyone come? And
Yeah.
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I feel like that was also kind of the best time to start a restaurant because if you were brave enough to just open and just like, yeah, we're going to whatever,
Yeah.
we're going to do, I don't know if you had to wear masks then or what. You had to.
we did.
Yeah. If you were just like going to open and just do it no matter what, like your business skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And I know there's a few other like beer and wine spots that
And
did
you couldn't
really
have
well.
as many tables that you had now. I remember it was like really sparse.
It was, yes,
Yeah.
we had to space the tables. We were all wearing masks. There was
Yeah.
a social distancing.
Yeah.
And what was kind of nice about it, it was like an extended slow or a soft opening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Where, a lot of people weren't going out to eat, but the ones that were, we got a lot of feedback. There were some growing pains. I mean, we probably redesigned the tasting room, the table
Yeah.
layout 3 or 4 times in the first couple months because you
Wow.
realize,
Sure, yeah.
oh my gosh, the flow isn't working. Or
Yeah.
yeah, so it was good.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've added a lot more tables, and we have our outdoor patio during the summer. And
Yeah. So with your menu, are those like family recipes that some of them are?
no, those are all my chef Stephanie. She's come
Yeah.
up with. She's developed our menu, and she's from Texas, so she kind of adds just some a little kick, a little spice to.
Is that the gal with the short hair that's been there forever?
She has she has long hair.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah,
Well, I probably never see her. She's in the back.
she's probably in the back. Yeah,
Yeah.
you won't see her.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So she moved here from Texas?
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she does all of our menus. And we also have a lot of our kitchen staff, they have input into recipes.
Fun.
Yeah. We have
Yeah, that's
one cook that loves to do soup, Jackson. He loves to do soups. So we do homemade soups and run
fun.
specials. And yeah.
I love that you guys incorporate apples into all your dishes and
Yeah.
well, not all of them, but a lot of them. It's
Yeah,
cool.
and that's kind of our idea is trying to pair food with the ciders. We use our cider for like our cider vinaigrette, and we put it in the butternut squash soup, and so wherever
wow.
we
Yum.
can incorporate
I have
it.
to try this
I
soup.
know. That's
Yeah,
how
I
good.
got
tried
you.
the
I got
soup there.
I
The
love
soup is
butternut
really
squash.
good.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds so good.
Well, and that's honestly that's the experience people are looking for anyway. So you go to they're not just for a cider, but you want that the cider to be in all the other food products too. And it's like it's just when you meld it together and make it work, then I mean that's the experience that I'm looking for. When I go to a
Totally.
place.
Right.
I want to start a petition. Bring the Cubana burger back.
Okay, I will make a note of it.
good.
That was a.
You heard her. She's gonna make a note of it.
Gotta make a note of it. Whenever we take something off the menu,
I
there's
know.
always
It's so sad. I know. You hear it all the time. Take it with a grain of salt. I'll be there no matter what. You know that.
love it.
That's our entire family's favorite burger. Oh, so good. And
I'm taking
Audrey's
it as it's coming back.
It's
Yeah.
coming
It's-
back.
it's
Now-
coming
now-
back,
now I'm
yeah.
committed.
It's your
Yeah.
newest
Yeah.
employee's family's favorite burger
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Audrey's family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
All right. Well,
But-
yeah, duly noted.
It is fun though that you change it up though. I will say, like,
Yeah, we change.
it makes us try new things
Try
when
new
things go away.
Summer, we usually have a little bit more of a huckleberry. We have like a flatbread burger, and we just try to incorporate more local things in the summer. And but we are always running specials. So the Cubano will probably be a special coming up very soon.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. One thing you guys did a long time ago, I don't know if you'll ever do it again, but you did it was either for Father's Day or Mother's Day. You did a brunch.
We did. That is probably
Was
one
that
of-
beautiful disaster never
The
again?
first
or-
Mother's Day was a little rough because we just had a limited menu and did not realize how popular
it would be?
It would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
And so we learned a
It
lot.
was so good.
But Mother's Day is like probably our, that's like our Super Bowl. That's like our big day.
Yeah.
Really?
Valentine's Day, huge day.
Really?
Oh, date
Wow.
night. Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But for breakfast, did it? Like,
I think Mother's Day, it's always on a Sunday. And
Yeah.
we open at 11:30. So we'll
Oh, okay.
always do
That's
a brunch.
yeah, perfect.
oh,
brunch
awesome.
then.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Very good.
Yeah, but we'll be doing that again. for
Okay.
sure.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Exciting.
fun. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we should go to brunch.
Yeah.
Not that you want to spend your Mother's Day with us, but
Why not?
well, Mark is like our other child, so
Well, I didn't say he was invited.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad.
I know. We're just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh boy. Just a curious question. Was there any grant money or anything Department of Agriculture helped you out with? Anything like that?
Yeah, that's a
a
great
good
question.
question, yeah.
I know that just from another deal, but anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate to get several grants and local loans. We got a VAPG, which is Value Added Produce
Right.
Oh, wow.
And that's where you take, say, an apple, and then you make something into it. So you make it more than an apple. You turn it into cider, or, so we were able to secure that grant, and that helped us with sales and marketing.
wow.
And it was almost a proof of concept, because before I don't think we'd even started the building yet. That's when we got the grant. So we were able to slowly just kind of build our
Wow.
inventory and our brand. And then, it's a Montana West Economic Development. They gave us also a loan, which was really instrumental in helping us get equipment. And then the local credit unions were great.
Cool.
Whitefish Credit Union and Farmers Bank.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We use both those banks
Highly
a lot
recommend-
for real
highly
estate.
recommend.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're awesome.
Likewise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, and so we're going to apply for a grant again, and now that we have kind of proven that we are a concept, that we're a business, we hire. Gosh, I think I have about 32 employees on the payroll.
Wow.
Right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good for
so
you.
Creating jobs.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You brought
Yeah.
an amazing thing to our valley for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't seem like how's your turnover? I mean, you seem to be able to keep people really well.
Yeah, you seem like you have people that have started with you.
I
so,
do. I have people
yeah.
that started with me. Some of our customers have become employees.
Some employees. Cool.
A lot of referrals.
Yeah.
And also the ages of my sons at the time, they were, freshmen in they were high school or middle school. So I kind of had this pipeline of their friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And
Yeah.
a lot of times it was their first job. So they'd start as like a host, or a
Yeah.
dishwasher. And then I always love to promote from within. So
Yeah.
then
Yep.
they've been promoted, up to line cook or, server. And
Anyways, yeah, what I was saying, that's typically that's just a great sign when you're a business that's able to just retain employees really well. I mean, it's just you're doing not just a good product, not just a good service, but like you're taking care of your people, and that's so important in a small community, especially to an owner and local like myself.
yeah, we've been just fortunate. You treat people well.
Yeah.
Pretty much whatever time off they need to get, they're going to get it. And we just have a great crew, and I'm very grateful for it.
Fantastic.
That says a lot about your business and keeping people at work right now, because I know that can be tough in these times.
It has. It's weird, though. I would say probably in the last month, I have not been actively recruiting or advertising, but people are just walking in with resumes. So I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
shift is, but there's,
Maybe it's changing.
They heard there's one free cider every shift. No,
They're usually younger, Mark.
but
Oh my
they
gosh.
do get a free meal.
oh, okay.
Oh, under
There you
18.
go.
So can I work there? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm not that busy in the evenings. Maybe
Oh my God.
A little side hustle.
side hustle. Yeah.
Get a free dinner out of it.
Hand out your business cards while
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
hosting. Just
You watch me. I'll be bartending. I'll sell a house. Just like
Oh my
You probably
he
would.
would.
it's hard for me to not go anywhere without selling a house.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I can't even. So are you going to eventually, do you think, run out of room in there? Because the last few times we've been in there, we've seen the staff has said, hey, we're not serving these two things because they're so high. We can't get them until tomorrow when somebody comes. So I was wondering if you're going to eventually run out of space the more that you produce, or did you kind of plan for that?
Well, we did expand onto the east side of the building, and we're going to do a huge patio. The weather hit so early, we didn't have time to pour the concrete, but all the forms are out there, and we're going to have more cold storage out there, so we'll be able to
awesome.
Store more kegs out there and some of our equipment. And then our idea is we want to press our apples out on the cement pad instead of doing it inside. It gets messy, the apple pressing. That way it'll just be a lot easier to spray off. But that's my one regret. I wish that I would have done a separate room in the tasting room for private parties, because we get requests all the time.
That's a big request.
I didn't think of that.
And so what we do is we just accommodate them within the cidery. Like they get half of the restaurant, but I don't close down for private events just because I want to keep consistency with the public and keep our hours.
For sure.
But would love to down the line do a little event center or something where we
that's
host
such a good idea.
parties. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, because we have the space to expand and the views are there.
You could do that for so many different things.
There's also there's another brewery on Main Street that has 2 buildings, and the one over here is smaller, and they do private events in there. So maybe you could do a little smaller one on the other side of the patio.
That's an idea too. Yeah, absolutely.
That way it's close to your kitchen.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good idea.
Oh, thanks. That's cool.
Stephanie's coming up with all the ideas for
Now I just have to execute them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This was really just like a public feedback forum for you from your clients.
I love it.
Meaning to come out.
Now you know why we really asked.
Yeah. Oh, and if you could just get rid of this and clean this up.
Bring that burger back.
Bring that burger back. Get to it, would you?
I'm not meaning to come off that way.
And you're not.
Cheese mark.
You're a loyal, loyal customer. I love it.
Well, it's nice to not be the one complaining for once. So normally it's me.
I'm not complaining. I come back every week regardless.
Yeah. So what are your hours? Just
Yeah.
Okay, so we are open Tuesday through Friday, 4 p.m. till 9:30, and Saturday 11:30 to 9:30, Sunday 11:30 to 7, and we're closed on Mondays. And we serve our full menu an hour before closing. So, say on a weeknight, if you come in at 8:30, we'll serve appetizers from 8:30 to 9, but full menu up until 8:30, just because we need to start to close down the kitchen and usually. That's a good, we don't really have a lot of late night. I always say the cidery is where you start your night. Nobody really ends their night at the cidery.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And we're out, kind of near West Valley, so it's a little quieter out there. So we're usually closing up around 9:30,
Yeah,
Sure.
That's
definitely.
nice, yeah.
I have another question. So you are in all these places throughout the valley. Wow. Throughout the valley. Did they have to, you said that the mountain's coming to get more kegs. So do they have to come get it from you, or do you have trucks, or?
We have a distributor, Fun Beverage, which
Oh.
probably know has recently been bought out by Summit Beverage. And so they come with their truck and they pick up our kegs and then they distribute for us.
Oh, that's
Very good.
And then they keep up on the inventory and they bring the kegs back. And so it's a great
that's
partnership.
nice. Like you can let that go out of your mind. Wow.
Yeah. It's hard. Some people self-distribute, but it's hard to do it in the valley because there's so much driving involved. It's easier to do it in a big city, metro area. But
Yeah, but they're, Summit, they've already got their route, so they've got big trucks and everything. And
they've got it
way
down.
easier to load them up with kegs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kegs and cans.
Yep.
Kegs and cans. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else that we should know, or anything upcoming that we should know? Or
Oh gosh. Let's see.
I know you brought some notes with you, so I just want to give you an opportunity.
Right. No, my notes were just in case I had a brain fart.
Yeah, we won't let that happen.
Remember, where am I?
We support you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just surprised. I think we're still getting the word out. I have people every day that come in and say, "Oh my gosh, I just discovered you. This is my first time."
wow.
Or people bring in friends or family. And I find that we're kind of a celebration place. People really like to come there for birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas parties have been huge this year.
Well, it's family friendly.
Family
for sure.
friendly.
Right.
So and it's local, and I think people really like that it's an alternative to a chain restaurant. You want it
Totally.
when you come to Kalispell, you want to do something unique.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's what we
And
are.
support local.
And
for
support
sure.
local. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate the opportunity, and I hope to see more people out at Big Mountain Ciderworks and enjoying our food and cider.
Sounds
Definitely.
good. Yeah, I'll probably swing in tonight.
Please do.
Yeah.
You're open, so
So good.
yeah.
Awesome.
Well, were you gonna say
Nope.
something?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
Did I look like I was?
You did. You did.
You even took a breath. I thought you were. Way to go, man.
She was going for it.
I really wasn't. Maybe I'm having a brain fart. I don't know.
All good. Well, thank you so much for listening and watching. If you would please like, subscribe, share this video. We'd love to expand viewership.